Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox Baseball. Well, tonight it is John Lackey as the Red Sox try to get some consistency going in their pitching. We found out today in news and notes that Tim Wakefield will be making a start here on Wednesday. Josh Beckett will end up with an extra day as we check out the road ahead for the Red Sox coming up. The road ahead is brought to you by Safeco Insurance. With the addition of Wakefield back in the rotation, we take a look now at the Red Sox probable starters over the next few days. After John Lackey tonight, Daisuke Matsuzaka goes tomorrow, followed by Wakefield on Wednesday. Beckett will open the series in Detroit on 6 days rest, and Clay Buchholz gets the start on Saturday. We welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, heading into the season, I think the Red Sox thought their strength was going to be pitching. So far, it's been a little bit inconsistent.
It has been, and that's been a big surprise to I think anybody involved with the Red Sox who have watched Red Sox baseball. The fact that the Red Sox pitching is next to last in the league in most categories. So when you look at the starters ERA, they rank 12th in the league. The ERA for the club is 12th. The runs allowed, last in the league in runs allowed. That's amazing to me. So do not have a complete game yet on the season, although that's not really that important at this stage of the season. But the fact is, the pitching is going to get a lot better than this, and we saw a good example of that last night in the performance by John Lester. John Lackey, who's pitching tonight, has had a couple of good games for the Red Sox. Clay Buchholz. So, I mean, this is going to come together for Boston as time goes on. You just hope it's sooner than later. And I think all they need is 1 or 2 turns to the rotation where they pitch their game, and I think they'll be off and running.
Red Sox against the Blue Jays. John Lackey on the mound tonight. He's 3-1 so far in the season. We're back with more after this. Vernon Wells and the Toronto Blue Jays invade Fenway Park playing great baseball. It's Game 1 of the 3-game series between the Jays and the Red Sox. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. The Toronto Blue Jays are here. Most thought heading into this season it would be a year for the Blue Jays that might be kind of tough, perhaps a building year for the Jays. But they're off to a great start, and on the road especially, where they're playing great baseball and winners of 6 of their last 7 games. The Jays enter the final 3 games of this 10-game road trip, 12-4 on the road. As I mentioned, 6-1 on this trip. Toronto swept the Indians in a 3-game set before taking 3 of 4 from the White Sox. Splits at homes and away are not much different, but on the current trip, the Jays are .263 and are scoring more than 5.5 runs a game. Jays starters have allowed opponents to hit just .214 over the trip as well. With more, the third member of our broadcast team, Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Mike Cameron is taking a big step towards returning to the Red Sox lineup. Tonight he began a rehab assignment at Pawtucket. He is the designated hitter. So far he's 0 for 1 with a pop-up tonight. Tomorrow he will play the outfield. Terry Francona has more on the road to his recovery.
He's going to probably lead off, and he does not have to play the whole game. Some weather, how he feels. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 4 at bats. It's, the idea, he doesn't have to play 9 innings, depending on probably how much he's running around. He is able to have a lot of input in this. He's been so good with us about communicating and everything. That's not an issue.
Now another lineup note tonight, J.D. Drew is a late scratch with vertigo. Jonathan Van Every is going to take his place in right field and bat 9th. Don?
Thanks, Heidi. Tonight for the Blue Jays, it's Brandon Morrow, the former first-round draft choice of the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is next. Your New England Ford dealers. Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer, the New England Sports Network. And by AT&T. Good evening once again, everybody. Welcome to chilly Fenway Park tonight. Lots of wind and on the breezy side as the Red Sox are taking the field. Let's check out the visiting Toronto Blue Jays starting 9. Fred Lewis leads it off in left field with Aaron Hill at second base. Adam Lind is the DH batting third. Vernon Wells in center field in the cleanup spot with Lyle Overbay at first base. Alex Gonzalez at shortstop having a great year. Jose Batista at third base bats 7th. John Buck does the catching, he bats 8th. And Travis Snyder in right field bats 9th. The starting pitcher is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. John Lackey on the mound for his 7th appearance of the year. He's 3-1 with a 3.89 earned run average coming in. Opponent's hitting at .272 against him. He is 3-3 lifetime against Toronto. And in his last start, Wednesday against the Angels, 7 innings, giving up just 1 run as he picked up the victory, his 3rd of the year.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Verizon Wireless. They have moved up to 6th in the American League with 21 errors in 32 games. Adrian Beltre will be at third base. Mako Scudero, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Jeremy Hermida, Donnell McDonald, and Jonathan Van Every. Victor Martinez doing the catching for Lackey.
For the umpires tonight, Mark Wegner has the play calling the balls and strikes. Dan Iasanya at first base. The crew chief, Dale Scott, is at second base, and Jerry Meals is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Well, on the cool side here tonight at Fenway Park, 54 degrees as we get it started. left to right at 12 miles per hour wind-wise. And partly cloudy, the forecast for the rest of the night. Blue skies above as we start this game. And just before the game, scratch to his J.D. Drew, and in the lineup for the Red Sox is Jonathan Van Every, who's in right field. John Lackey ready with the first pitch, and it's in there for strike one. We're underway. Well, Fred Lewis leading it off. 294, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in for Lewis. "19 starts with Toronto. He's hit in .301 in those 19 starts. He's currently on a 6-game hitting streak, hitting at .414 during that stretch. And a swing and a miss, 1-2.
Change up from John Lackey. We didn't see many of those from him early in the ball game, but right here in the first inning, the change up to Lewis.
In there for strike 3, makes quick work of Lewis. A good start for John Lackey, 1 down.
Lackey gets Lewis with the fastball. Everything down in the zone for that first batter, Fred Lewis.
So Lewis retired. Here's Aaron Hill as part of our key matchup. Brought to you by New England Honda dealers. Tough numbers for Hill against Lackey. Just 1 for 12 in his career, with 3 strikeouts. Hill at 200 with 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Last year, a tremendous year for him, kind of a slow start in 2010, and I guess that's what makes this Blue Jays start so impressive, is that the guys that they rely on to do big things really have had kind of slow starts. Everybody else heats it up, and this team would really be in good shape with Cito Gaston. Alex Gonzalez has 10 home runs, 27 runs batted in to lead in both categories for this team. And I think when the Blue Jays signed Alex Gonzalez, they weren't really thinking about his offensive prowess. There's ball 3, 3-1.
Yeah, the 2 hot hitters in this lineup, Vernon Wells, of course, and Alex Gonzalez.
Wells with 9 homers, 25 runs batted in, hitting at .339. Ball 4, and Hill down to first base with a 1-out walk. Time now for a look at the game notes, brought to you by Jordan Furniture. Last night, Terry Francona moved into 3rd place all-time in games managed for the Red Sox. His 581 wins ranked 2nd in team history. Red Sox enter tonight tied for 2nd in major leagues with 43 home runs. The team in first, the Toronto Blue Jays, with 50. Boston has 10 home runs so far in this homestand, and Vernon Wells enters tonight with 201 career home runs. He is 1 behind George Bell and 2 behind Joe Carter on the team's all-time list. He is currently 4th as Adam Lynn bats. A runner in first and 1 out. Ground ball softly down to first base. Youkilis will take it himself. Lynn late getting out of the box. And he's out number 2 of the inning as Hill takes second base.
Yeah, a little late getting out of the box because he was jammed big time by John Lackey on that fastball. Adam Lynn had come into the game 4 for 6 against Lackey, but a cut fastball right there, and it really jams Lynn. That's why it takes him such a long time to get out of that batter's box.
So 2 down, Hill at second base and in scoring position, and a chance for Wells. Over the last 14 games, he's hitting at .400, but overall at .339. 9 home runs, 25 runs batted in. He's first in doubles with 14 as he takes strike 1 from Lackey. He's riding a 5-game hitting streak coming in at .429. Blue Jays, we talk about their home runs, leading the league, but they rank 12th in the American League in batting average, hitting at .240. They're 5th in runs, and number 1 in home runs with 50 home runs on the season.
And number 2 in home runs, the Red Sox. Lackey gets Vernon Wells to chase a high fastball well out of the strike zone and quickly jumps ahead 1-2.
Aaron Hill at second base, 2 down in the inning. Here's ball 2, 2-2. Lifetime 3-3 for John Lackey against Toronto. A 3.31 earned run average. Swing and a miss, strikes him out to end the inning. 2 Ks for Lackey. No runs for the Blue Jays. Red Sox coming up. Well, hello to you as we head to the bottom of the first inning from Fenway Park. Blue Jays don't score in the top of the first, and former Mariners first-round draft choice Brandon Morrow came over in a trade for Brandon Lee. Morrow in his 7th start of the year, 2-2 mark with a 5.40. Lots of strikeouts with 42 and 33 in the third, but lots of walks with 20 on the year for Morrow. And last time out, a no decision against the Cleveland Indians in 5 1/3, giving up 3 runs. His second straight outing with 9 strikeouts. Marco Scutaro topped the Red Sox order to lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning. Scutaro takes ball 1 away. Marco with 283 to start the night, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. 3 for 11 in the series against New York. It's on the corner this time, and it's 1-1.
Red Sox tonight to see the fastball, 94, 95 for Morrow, the slider, and a changeup.
In the dirt, and it's 2-1 to Scutaro. Scott Hartnell has scored for Philadelphia on top 1-0 early. 2-1 misses down low, and it's 3-1. We'll have complete coverage throughout the playoff run for the Bruins. In post-game analysis from our Bruins talent. And in progress highlights and updates from every game, which we'll have for you very soon. Ball 4, Marco Scutaro leadoff walk to begin the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Marco Scudero at shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second base. Victor Martinez doing the catching, Kevin Youkilis at first base. David Ortiz is the DH. Adrian Beltre at third base. Jeremy Hermida is in left field. Arnell McDonald in center field, and Jonathan Van Every, the late starter, in right field, with J.D. Drew scratched from the game just before the game with vertigo. So the Red Sox have Van Every in right. Scudero's at first base, and here's Dustin Pedroia. .293, 7 home runs, 21 runs batted in for Pedroia. It was 2 for 11 in the series against New York. Line down the left field line, foul, back into the seats.
The Red Sox able to salvage one game of that series against the New York Yankees last night. Keep them 6.5 back at Tampa Bay and 6 behind the Yankees. See Toronto at 19 and 14, 4 back.
Pedroia jolts this out towards deep left center field, back up and off the wall. Scudero heading for third base. He'll be stopped there. It's a wall ball double for Dustin Pedroia, and it's second and third with nobody out.
Dustin Pedroia picks up double number 12 on the season, ties him for second in the league in that category. Gets one of those breaking balls, a slider from Morrow, and puts it way on top of that left field wall. So a quick start for the Red Sox offense.
Let's check in with Jade McCarthy with an update. Okay, Jade, thanks very much. Nessity is the home for the Bruins. Second and third, nobody out. Victor Martinez stands in on the left side. Towards second baseman and underneath, Hill into right field. Scudero scores. Here comes Pedroia. 2 runs in, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
Victor Martinez has now faced Morrow 3 times in his career, and he's 3 for 3. This is actually a ball that should have been knocked down by Aaron Hill at second base. He lets it get by him, and that's going to allow 2 runs to score. Had he knocked that ball down or even caught it, only 1 run would have scored, and Pedroia would have had to stay at third base.
The 8 RBIs in the last 5 games for Victor Martinez. At first base, 2 quick runs in here right out of the gate for Boston. And here's Kevin Youkilis. Strike 1 to Youkilis. Starts the night hitting at .307, 5 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Sits safely now in his last 8 games. 9 walks, 9 runs in the last 8 games. 2 home runs mixed in. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. The fastball at 95. One-two jams him, and he fouls it off to the right. Now to play, 1 and 2. David Ortiz waiting on deck in the DH spot. Morrow trying to weather the storm here in this first inning. Strike 3 call over the outside. outside corner to get Youkilis. He doesn't like it. The slider gets him for the first out here in the first inning.
I think Kevin Youkilis thought this ball might have been up and away. Let's take a look at the Amica pitch zone. Everything up in this at bat. And that ball, boy, right on the corner. Top of the strike zone, outside corner.
Here's David Ortiz with one out and a runner at first base. Big Papi at 182. 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. He was 2 for 7 in the series against the Yankees. A double in last night's game here at Fenway Park. And there for strike one. Full shift on in the third baseman. Jose Batista's right around the bag at second. One and one to David Ortiz.
Anything on the ground on the right side, that means Batista becomes the pivot man at second base on any double play attempt.
Strike two, and it's 1 and 2. 95 and on the corner. Comes in and misses. 2 and 2.
Murrow's actually touched 97 a couple of times here in the first inning with his fastball.
Look at the numbers for David Ortiz. 3 home runs in the last 6 games. Swing and miss. He strikes out. Back-to-back case for Morrow, starting to find his bearings here in the first. There's 2 down in the inning.
He just stayed fastball against David Ortiz and does put him away on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So strikeouts in this inning on a slider and then the fastball to Ortiz.
2 down for Adrian Beltre. Beltre at 333, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. He was tied for 9th in the American League in average. 333 to start the night for Beltre.
The Toronto defense is 3rd in the American League with 16 errors in 33 games. Jose Batista at third base, Alex Gonzalez the shortstop, Aaron Hill at second, and Lyle Overbay at first. Left to right, Fred Lewis, Vernon Wells, and Travis Snyder, and John Buck doing the catching. Vernon Wells, 3 Gold Gloves in center field.
2 outs, Victor Martinez at first in an 0-2. Very defensive swing getting a piece is Beltre. Look at the numbers for Beltre over the last 15 games. I mentioned he's 9th in the American League in batting average, coming in at 333. Seventh in hits, tied for 9th in multi-hit games. The 0-2 pitch. Zipped outside, 1 and 2. 98, but he kind of yanked it.
These guys former teammates with the Seattle Mariners.
Swing and a miss, ends up striking out the side. The Red Sox get 2 runs in the first. Lead it 2-0 after 1. back at Fenway Park. 2-0 Red Sox on top for John Lackey. Lyle Overbay leading it off for Toronto. Has had a very slow start to his season. Just 177 batting average. 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. There's strike one, 1-1 to Overbay. Will be followed by Alex Gonzalez and Jose Batista here in the second inning. Lackey had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, got Lewis and Wells. So rounds the plate but misses outside. 3-1. Last 2 decisions have been wins for Lackey. Win against Baltimore and a win against Los Angeles. This one fouled off. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Second inning from Fenway Park. Red Sox on top 2-0 already. 3-2 to Overbay is again fouled down the left field line, out of play. Career numbers against the Red Sox: 303, 9 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Down the left field line again, and towards the corner, foul.
Overbay has been late on almost every fastball that Lackey has thrown him. This ball foul by not very much, though. About 1.5 feet.
The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Lyle Overbay, first hitter here in the second inning. And it's ball 4 down to first base. Second walk given up by Lackey of the night.
Olympia Sports is proud to support the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston. Come into any Olympia Sports location today. Make a donation to help children's world-class doctors pioneer and provide advanced treatment for kids who need your help.
Lead runner on for the Jays here in the second inning. And here's Alex Gonzalez. 263 average, but 10 home runs. 27 runs batted in for Alex Gonzalez. Drive to left, back towards the wall, and that ball is gone. Into the monster seats. It is a 2-run home run, or should be. They're going to stop him at second base. I think it hit the top of the ledge, which means it's out.
We'll have to take another look at replay, but the third base umpire called it a non-home run, a ball in play. And out comes Cito Gaston now to question that call.
The way it came back made me believe it hit the ledge, Jerry, on top.
Exactly
which means
right.
It's gone.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a home run. Well, no, maybe not.
I don't know.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like it hit right at the top of the wall and bounced back. The umpire may have had that right. This might cause a replay look.
This is a ricochet we've not seen before.
Looks like it hits the red and comes back. And they will look at it on replay.
Yep. They've seen a few hit the ledge and then come back, but that one did not appear to hit the ledge on second look. Gonzalez right now has credit for a double, which means it'll be second and third. This angle looked like it hit the ledge and came back.
You're right. That angle looks totally different than the side angle. That looks like it hit the top and then came back. And the other angle, this one looks like it hit just the red part and came back. That's going to be a tough call.
It is. Depends which one they... Because from here, it looks like it goes back up again off the ledge. This is the look we got. It looks like it went off the ledge there. The umpires, that was the look they had from the field and did not think it was a home run. And that is the space above the wall. The ledge has had a few go off it, and calls have been right at Fenway Park.
When you look at the one angle, it looks like it hits this spot right here and bounces back. The other angle looks like it hits in here and bounces back. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a tough call for the umpires. It's a tough call looking on replay. You stop it right here, it looks like it hits the red part. Well, maybe it's over the red part. It's just so hard to tell.
Well, the crew chief is Dale Scott as they take a look. This is the one where we think it hits the ledge.
Now, that one looked like it's over. Yeah, that one looked like it's over the ledge. I think they're going to rule it a home run, Don.
I think they are, too.
Just by that look that we just saw right there.
They are taking some time. Dale Scott's the crew chief. He's making the decision as they review whether or not it's a home run. If it is a home run, it'll be the 11th for Gonzalez of the year. And what a start for him. Last year's Red Sox shortstop talking to this year's Red Sox shortstop as Gonzalez waits to find out his fate.
It seems to me that the most definitive look we have is the one that is looking directly out toward left field, not the scoreboard look, the last angle we saw. Because that looks like it clears the wall and hits on top of it and then bounces back.
That shot's definitely above the red line.
Yeah. If they're looking at that, that's going to be ruled a home run.
Third base umpire Jerry Meals, the umpire who made the call. And he was having Gonzalez. Second and third was where he was pointing, but stopping at third base was Overbay at the time. And they are taking a little while here.
Well, they're probably looking at the same angles we looked at. And it was almost impossible for us to tell, but I think that second angle does show it's a home run.
Coming up on 4.5 minutes that they are reviewing this. This is the first one at Fenway since May 24th of last year. And that one was against the Mets. Kevin Youkilis explaining what has to happen here for it to be a home run.
He's telling him why it's only going to be a double, and Silas going to tell him, no, it's a home run.
I don't know, the way Youkilis explaining it, the way it went up, maybe he's telling him he thinks it's a home run.
Yeah.
Because usually the ricochet goes up in the air after it hits that ledge, kicks up off it, and then goes up. And that one did go up. Oh, boy.
That's not what Cito wants to hear.
No. So it is second and third. It is not a home run. I'm not sure we saw any shots that did not make us believe it was a home run. Even the one that didn't hit the ledge looked like it was above the red even on that hit.
Yeah.
Which would mean it would be a home run in every shot we saw.
I thought the second shot that was pretty conclusive that it was. But that's not the way the umpires see it, and that's a good thing for the Red Sox.
So second and third, nobody out. And Jose Bautista, the batter. Bautista 2-11 as he takes a pitch for ball one. Six home runs, 21 runs batted in for Bautista. Two and 0. Long wait for Lackey while they were checking it out. John walked Overbay to begin the inning. The double as it is ruled for Alex Gonzalez. Second and third, nobody out. The strike, and it's 2-1. Lackey 3-1 coming into this outing tonight. His 7th start of the year. 3.89 earned run average. On the corner for strike 2, 2-2.
What did they do down there? They brought 3 umpires in there to look at it, right? One stayed on the field, so you couldn't have a hung jury. It wasn't like it was 2-2. 2 guys thought it was going, 2 guys didn't, right?
Right, exactly. I believe 1 guy out there to stay on the field. Ended up being a 5-minute delay while they checked it out. Batista 0 for 2 in his career against Lackey. Thorny walks another. 3rd walk given up by Lackey, and this loads the bases with nobody out.
Lackey wanted that last pitch. He thought he had the inside corner with the breaking ball. Just missed the inside corner.
So bases loaded, nobody out, and here's the former Kansas City Royal, John Buck. Buck at 247, 8 home runs, 18 runs batted in. 16 of his 23 hits have gone for extra base hits this year. His 8 doubles go along with the 8 home runs. It's ball 1 from Lackey. On fire lately is John Buck. Among catchers in the American League, he ranks 1st in runs with 13, 1st in RBIs with 18. And ahead 2-0. Lackey becoming frustrated. John Buck this year has gone 0 for 2 in this category, 229 in his career. It's Overbay, Gonzalez, and Batista on the bases for the Jays. On the ground, a nasty hop up off Beltre down the left field line into the seats. It'll be a ground rule double, and it will play 2 runs for the Blue Jays, who tie this game 2-2. That thing kind of exploded on Beltre at 3rd base and kicked off it.
That took a bad hop by Beltre down as he tried to go to his backhand. Beltre in good position in there. Watch that bounce come up and just go right off the top of his glove. That should go as a double.
Has been ruled a double. So 2nd and 3rd, still nobody out. The Blue Jays have tied this game quickly, 2-2. There's Travis Snyder coming up, number 9 man. He's been hot lately over the last 10 games, hitting at 395. Still the overall average at 225 on the year. And promptly lines it into right field, a base hit. From 3rd comes Batista. John Buck will be stopped as the Blue Jays take the lead. Now this gets away. And it's backed up by Victor Martinez. But Batista has scored, and the Blue Jays take a 3-2 lead.
Snyder not waiting around, jumping on that first pitch. It looked to be a changeup from Lackey. It was at 85 miles an hour, and Travis Snyder does a good job staying back on it, lining it over the head of Pedroia. With nobody out, they're not going to take any chances of trying to score that 2nd run.
Well, the first period is over. The Flyers have a 1-0 advantage at the end of 1 period tonight. In progress highlights and updates for every game this postseason for the Bruins. Ground ball right side into right field. A base hit for Lewis. From 3rd comes Buck, and the Jays have a 4-2 lead. 4 unanswered runs so far here in the top of the 2nd inning.
Tell you what, the Blue Jays have been very aggressive here against John Lackey, especially in this inning. It was a first pitch change up to Snyder, a first pitch curveball to Lewis, and he jumps on it for the base hit. So Lewis now has 12 RBI, hitting off that leadoff spot for the Blue Jays.
Walks have been an issue in this inning, and both the walks have turned into runs. Ball one away to Aaron Hill. Lackey was able to work his way around a one-out walk in the first inning. A leadoff walk to Overbay and then a walk to Batista. And both have scored in this inning. Flared foul, and it's 1-1 to Aaron Hill. Hill walked in the first inning, getting his second look at Lackey tonight. 2-1. The only tough outing Lackey has had, of course, Patriots Day here at Fenway Park against Tampa Bay. His only loss, he lasted 3 1/3. And we have 9 hits and 8 runs in that game against the Rays. Otherwise, he's been very consistent. On the ground left side, sound like a broken bat. Beltre to second, that's all they'll get, as they force out Lewis at second base for just the first out of the inning.
Beltre has to travel quite a distance to his left to make this play. It was a broken bat, and Pedroia not even trying to get two. That's just a forced out at second base.
So it's first and third, 1 out. Toronto on top 4-2 for Adam Lind. Grounded out to first baseman Kevin Youkilis in the first.
Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities.
Eighth man to bat for the Jays here in the second inning is Adam Lind. Takes the 0-1 for ball one, 1-1. Just a .212 batting average with runners in scoring position and only 2 hits in his last 21 at bats. Snyder at third base. Hill at first base. And just 1 out in the second inning. Line caught by Scudero at short. And a hot shot back up the middle. Scudero is in a perfect spot. 2 down.
And neither base runner that far off the base where you could turn and make a double play out of it. Everybody was freezing. The man at third, the man at first. Scudero with the jump and the catch on the line drive.
Two down for Vernon Wells. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Lackey had 2 Ks in the first inning, does not have one here in the second. He's now 43 pitchers deep. Breaking ball missing for ball 1. Snyder at third. Hill crossed the diamond at first. 2 down. It's a piece, fouls it back. 1-1. Light slate in the American League tonight, but both the Rays and Yankees are playing. The Yankees trail 2-0 to the Tigers in the second. Tampa Bay will be in Los Angeles later tonight. 1-1 misses outside. 2-1. Rays, of course, were no hit yesterday in Oakland, and the Red Sox took care of business last night against the Yankees. So big night for the Red Sox to salvage the last game of that 3-game series. Mackey missing, 3-1.
Actually, a perfect game yesterday against the Tampa Bay Rays. Only the second in Oakland history. Catfish Hunter had the other one.
Dallas Braden, very impressive yesterday. Never shook off his catcher all day. I watched that game from about the 6th inning on. 3-1 is popped up, foul ground. Victor Martinez won't get there. Mackey trying to finish off this top of the second inning. Up into shallow center. Pedroia out in behind second. And Destin makes the catch. It ends the inning, but a 4-run inning for the Blue Jays. Take a 4-2 lead at the end of an inning and a half. Toronto Blue Jays on top of the Red Sox. New life here for Brandon Morrow, who given up 2 runs in the first inning, but his offense collects 4 in the top half of this inning. Jeremy Hermida leading it off. The 25th pitch of the night from the right-hander misses outside. Hermida 243, 4 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And ahead of the count now, 2-0. 24-minute wait for Brandon Morrow between the home run check and review, as well as the lengthy inning and 4 runs. Wade takes strike 1, 3-1. Strike 2, full count. 94 on the fastball. Well, McDonald and then Jonathan Van Every. Here in the second inning. That's sort of the backstop at 97. It's ball 4, and we check in with Heidi.
Don, Brandon Morrow had 2 rough outings to begin the season, but he's really turned it on his last 4 starts. He's gone 2-1 with a 2.96 ERA in those 4 starts. I asked his pitching coach, Bruce Walton, what has made him more successful.
his fastball. He runs his fastball up there 96, 97 miles an hour. And he also has the ability to throw 3 other pitches. So he's got the secondary pitches to go along with a really live fastball.
Morrow struck out a career-high 9 batters in back-to-back games his last 2 starts. He already has 3 Ks tonight. Don?
All right, thank you very much, Heidi. Brandon Morrow with 3 Ks tonight, 2 walks. And a pitch in there for a strike for Darnell McDonald. 246 for McDonald, 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. He was 2 for 12 in the series against the Yankees. Did a home run here over the weekend. Brandon Morrow is 25 years old, resides in Phoenix, Arizona. Parts of 3 seasons with the Seattle Mariners, primarily out of their pen, but did make 10 starts last year and 26 appearances. 2-4, 4.39 earned run average. When his first round pick, 5th overall in 2006.
Just talking about the 2 guys that are involved in the trade, I think the Blue Jays probably got the better end of this deal.
Brandon Lee, who we saw in the past, threw hard. A lot of appearances out of the pen for Cito Gaston and the Jays. 1-2, McDonald goes around and strikes out. Slider gets him. 4th strikeout for Morrow.
2 strikeouts on fastballs and 2 on sliders. You got Euclid on a slider looking earlier in the ball game. He's got a good, hard, tight slider.
One down, Hermida at first base, and Jonathan Van Every, the batter. Two for 11 so far for the Red Sox after being reacquired from the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. A late addition to the Red Sox lineup tonight. J.D. Drew scratched with vertigo. Of course, Van Every made his 2nd career pitching appearance on Saturday. 2 runs and 2 hits, including a 2-run home run by Mark Teixeira. Had a strikeout, working 1 inning. Fouled off, and it's 2-1. It's outside, ball 3, 3-1.
Red Sox have to be very patient with Morrow. You mentioned on his walk totals and to go along with his strikeout totals. And if the Red Sox can be patient, they can get him out of this game early.
A lot of strikeouts in 33 and 30. He's got 42 Ks, but a lot of walks, 20 walks. And 2 tonight. And here's another. He walks the number 9 man, Jonathan Van Every.
Enter to win VIP tickets and pit passes for you and 3 friends to watch the Lennox Industrial 301 in the Hampshire Motor Speedway like you've never seen it before. Visit NESN.com to read the official rules and enter to win by May 30th.
Two on, 1 away. And Marco Scudero coming up. Scudero walked in the first inning, came around to score the Red Sox first run. 1 from Morrow. Morrow in his career has made 21 starts, a 6-5 mark, a 4.71 earned run average. Trade for the league was made in December, as he now falls behind 2-0. Last start against the Red Sox, July 5th, 2009, here at Fenway Park. No decision. Lost 8-4. He went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. (2-0) to Marco Scudero. It's inside, 3-0. Well, just getting underway in the second period with the Flyers on top, 1-0. Follow the Bruins' quest for the cup only on Nessa. Needed second base, Van Every at first base, 1 out. A strike, and it's 3-1. Ball 4. 3 walks in the inning from Morrow. 4 in his outing, and the bases are loaded with 1 down.
Discover the wonder at Foxwoods Resort Casino, North America's premier entertainment destination. In addition to more than 380 table games and 7,600 slots, enjoy world-class accommodations, restaurants, retail shops, and 2 18-hole championship golf courses. Foxwoods, nothing compares to the wonder of it all.
Bruce Walton, the pitching coach, out to talk to Brandon Morrow, who's loaded the bases by walking 3 batters. Told you he strikes out a lot of people, walks a lot of people, and has done both in this second inning.
Now, generally, pitchers who walk a lot of guys don't do very well against the Red Sox. We'll see how tonight turns out.
Dustin Pedroia doubled in the first inning. They came around to score the Red Sox second run. Ball 1. Red Sox trailing by 2 runs as they bat here in the bottom of the second inning. The golden opportunity here. Pedroia takes ball 2, 2-0. Bases filled with Red Sox. Pedroia in a good spot here, ahead 2-0. Takes the strike, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, Morrow tries something different, can't find the strike zone with his fastball, so he goes to his slider on the 2-0 count. Pedroia looked to me like he was taking all the way.
Downstairs, ball 3. No place to put Dustin Pedroia with 1 out here in the second inning. Ball 4, he walks in a run. The 4th walk of the inning allowed by Morrow. It's a 1-run game now, as Hermida scores from third base to make it 4-3. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. Walks an issue for Morrow tonight and on the season. He's now tied with Rich Harden of the Texas Rangers, who also has 25, and Gil Mash of the Royals with 25. Jake Peavy with 21 walks. Pedroia gets credit for an RBI. Red Sox trail by a run, 4-3. Victor Martinez singled his first time up. Takes ball one away. This is no reason to do anything until he proves he can throw a strike.
Only strike he's been able to throw is with his slider.
Two and 0.
Shoulders flying open, fastballs taking off all over the place.
Ball on the phone to the pen. Stirring out there. Somebody's going to get up. (2-0) to Victor Martinez. There's a strike, 2-1. Mortow's team gets him 4 runs in the top half of this inning. He's now trying to get out of this second inning. He's walked 4 batters in the inning, 5 in his outing. Another strike, and it's 2-2.
That slider again, he goes back door with it, the outside part of the plate.
Action in the pen. It is Josh Renicky warming now for the Blue Jays. (2-2) to Victor Martinez. To shortstop. Gonzalez to second for 1 on to first. Thrown away into the Red Sox dugout. 1 run will score. Here comes another, and the Red Sox will take a 5-4 lead. The errant throw uncorked by Aaron Hill that ends up in the Red Sox dugout. And the Red Sox come away with 2 runs.
Aaron Hill, the second baseman, picks up his first error of the season. He just lets this one fly, and it just goes way up over the head of Overbay. Should have been a double play to get out of the inning. Instead, the Red Sox take the lead. He knew that thing was going as soon as he let it go.
He had all kinds of time.
Yeah, no rush at all at second base on that play.
So Martinez at second base. Red Sox have made good on all the walks in the inning for Brandon Morrow. Made him pay for 3 runs so far. Euclid struck out looking in the first inning. Two and 0. Euclid fouls it off, and we check in with Jade McCarthy. Okay, Jade, thank you very much. Here it is 5-4 now. Red Sox on top. Euclid takes ball 3, 3-1. A wild one here from Fenway so far. Red Sox led it 2-0, then trailed 4-2. And as they continue to bat here in the bottom of the second inning, have taken a 5-4 lead. Euclid takes strike two.
Funny, he's throwing the fastball all over the place, then he paints Euclid on the outside corner with one.
Pitch 60 for Brandon Morrow in an inning and 2/3. Euclid sends it foul over by the Red Sox dugout and into it. Again, the 3-2 to Euclid. Hauled off to the right again. 97 from Morrow. The eighth pitch of the at-bat for Kevin Euclid, with 2 outs and Victor Martinez at second base. Three-two pitch. It's up high, not close for ball 4. And an amazing 5th walk allowed in the second inning by Brandon Morrow. 6 in his outing now.
The Sox fans, get your standing room packs today. You can create your own unique 3-game package, including 1 game with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Visit RedSox.com/SRO packs today for your SRO packs and check out a variety of other ticket options.
Eighth man to bat for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the second inning is David Ortiz. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Takes ball 1. .63 pitches from Morrow, throwing more balls than strikes. And it's ball 2, 2-0.
Thrown a couple of change-ups in this inning, too, that have not been able to get over the plate for strikes.
Josh Renicky continuing to warm. It's away, and it's ball 3, 3-0. .41 pitches in the inning from Morrow. Adrian Beltre waiting on deck. 2 on, 2 down. It's 3-0 to Ortiz. Takes strike 1. It's not like he's nibbling, he's just all over the place. Ortiz to right field, and it's in for a hit. From second base comes Victor Martinez. He will score, and the Red Sox take a 6-4 lead. Big Papi drives in a run.
You know, we've seen David Ortiz in many, many 3-1 counts so far this season, and a lot of times he has fouled it off and been late in the swing. Not the case this time. A 3-1 count, and he hooks the ball into right field for the base hit. That's going to be it for Morrow.
Josh Renicky will be coming on. It is now 6-4 Boston. Pitching change from Fenway Park. Oakland's Dallas Braden tossed the 19th perfect game in Major League history. It was the second time in less than a year that Tampa Bay had a perfect game thrown against them. In all 32 times, teams have been no-hit in consecutive seasons, including 13 that have been no-hit in the same season. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is the refreshing hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea, be a little twisted. Mixed in there was a 12-pitch at bat for the right fielder for the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday, Gabe Kapler, which was an impressive feat nonetheless, as Brandon Morrow out of the game after inning in 2/3 is called to the bullpen, is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. And the new pitcher is Josh Reneke into the game here in the second inning. His 5th appearance, no record, 8.31 earned run average, 235 opponent batting average. And trying to clean this mess up. There's Brandon Morrow with 6 walks in an inning in 2/3, 3 hits. Struck out 4 batters. So true to form, a lot of walks, a lot of strikeouts, but he leaves this game trailing by 2 runs. And Beltre. Beltre striking out in the first inning. Youkilis at third base, Ortiz at first base. The 1-0. It's outside, 2-0.
We saw Reneke up there in that series in Toronto. Not many appearances, as Don mentioned. This is only his 5th.
Called up at the end of April on the 27th from AAA Las Vegas. Pitched in spring training for the Jays. And his season debut came against the Red Sox when Boston was up at the Rogers Center. Last work the day before yesterday, part of their trip to Chicago, giving up 4 earned runs in an inning and a third. 3-0 to Beltre. And another walk. The 7th walk given up tonight by Blue Jays pitching. See what Gaston can't bear to watch. Bases loaded again.
Almost everybody in the lineup has walked this inning with the exception of Martinez, Ortiz, and McDonald.
So the Red Sox have batted around. And it's Jeremy Hermida who started this inning with a walk. Ball 2 after 6 walks allowed by Morrow. Cito Gaston brings in his new reliever, Josh Reneke, who walks the first batter.
It'll give you a headache. There's no question about that.
And he's behind now, 2-0. A strike, and it's 2-1. They've been tough to come by. Youkilis at third base, Ortiz at second, Beltre at first. On the ground towards shortstop, shielded for a moment was Gonzalez. He makes the play at second base for the force out that ends the inning. A lot of walks, and the Red Sox take a 6-4 lead. top half of the third inning, 6-4. Red Sox on top now as Lyle Overbay leads it off and takes strike one from John Lackey. Flyers have added to their lead tonight on top 2-0. Scott Hartnell has scored again. He's got both goals tonight for the Flyers. Overbay taps a foul 0-2. Let's go to Jade McCarthy. Okay, Jade back here at Fenway Park. A bouncer to Scudero. He throws out Overbay for the first out here of the third inning. Pitching line is brought to you by Boston area Lexus dealers. And a tough night for Brandon Morrow. It was an inning and 2/3, 3 hits with 6 runs, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts through 67 pitches. And on the hook right now for the Blue Jays. 1 out in the third inning for John Lackey. Here's Alex Gonzalez. He nearly hit a 2-run home run in the second inning. They reviewed it. They determined that it did not clear the red line in left field, so Gonzalez given credit for a double in his first at bat in the second inning. Fouls it off and is down 0-2. Swing and a miss. Lackey elevates. Gonzalez chases. And there's strikeout number 3 for Lackey.
Time now for the Coors Light freeze cam. And in Gonzalez's last at bat, ruled that it was a double. Very close to being a home run. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Two outs. Jose Batista takes strike one. He tried to hold up and did. I think a strike call from Wagner.
Last strikeout from Lackey going up the ladder against Gonzalez by design. Gonzalez has now struck out 33 times this year.
Tipped in. It's 1-2. In the dirt, and Batista doesn't chase. 2-2. John Buck would be next, but there are 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. John Lackey getting Overbay to ground out to short. Gonzalez to strike out. Now 2-2. On the outside corner for strike 3. Batista disagrees. 6-4. Red Sox on top after 2.5.
all you need to know about York Air Conditioning. York offers double the efficiency of older air conditioners, and many models qualify for federal and local tax credits. Cool off at fwweb.com today.
6-4, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays, bottom of the third inning. Darnell McDonald leading it off as he takes ball one from Josh Renicky. McDonald struck out. His only at bat that came in the second inning. It's one of 4 strikeouts for Brandon Morrow. Blue Jays come in 7th in earned run average as a team, 4.18. Red Sox are 12th to begin the night at 5.04 earned run average. The Red Sox pitching, only the Angels and Royals with a higher earned run average as a team. Donald almost bending into that 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 2-2. Ground at second baseman Aaron Hill has already got one error, has to hurry up and gets it there in time. Fortunate that he was only at second base. Darnell McDonald retired for the first out of the third inning.
Well, sometimes you have great nights and sometimes you have bad nights, and so far it's been a tough night for Aaron Hill. Threw that one ball away, this ball bounces away from him. Fortunately, it went toward first base, and he's still able to get Darnell McDonald. That ball goes in the other direction. McDonald's safe.
One out here in the third inning. Jonathan Van Every. Late on the fastball, 95 from Renicky. It's 0-1.
I've had those kind of nights many a times, and it's like you get to a point where you put it somewhere else. You know, let's try some of my other guys.
There are other people out here.
Yes. You don't have to find me all the time.
He'll charge with a throwing error as part of the second inning. Two and one. Up the middle and into center field. Jonathan Van Every's got a one-out single. And the Red Sox collect their 4th hit of the night.
Sounded like a broken bat from Van Every. I don't know if it's toward the end of the bat, but it's a good result. It is a broken bat. It snaps in his hand, but he gets it back up the middle for the base hit with one out.
So one out, Van Every at first base, and it's the top of the order. Marco Scutaro. He has walked twice tonight. All that was against Brandon Morrow. Grounding to shortstop this time. Gonzalez, little double pump, and throws it away. In the right field, so the second opportunity for the Blue Jays to perhaps try a double play, and this one goes by the boards as well. As kind of a double pump, and then he fires it by the second baseman, Hill, and everybody's safe.
Yeah, Gonzalez having trouble on that transfer. He couldn't get a grip on the baseball, then throws it wild at second base. So for Gonzalez, that's his 7th error of the season.
Gonzalez, you think about his defense, not so much his offense, but this year, 10 home runs, 27 runs batted in. The offense has been there. Good power numbers. But the defense, some errors so far for Gonzalez. Not used to that. First and third, one out. Dustin Pedroia, the batter. It's in there for strike one from Renicky. Pedroia doubled in the first inning, walked in the second. Walk in the second, get credit for an RBI, his 22nd of the year. And Every at third base. Scudero across the diamond at first base. Up the middle and into center field, a base hit. From third comes Van Every with the 7th Boston run of the night, and it's 7-4 Red Sox.
El Pedroia has already been on base 3 times, and this is the 3rd inning. A double in the 1st inning, a walk to bring in a run in the 2nd, and now a base hit up the middle to bring in another run here in the 3rd. 2 RBIs gives him a total of 23 on the season.
So 2 on, still just 1 out. And Victor Martinez, the batter, has been on twice tonight. Single to right field in the 1st inning. And then reached on an error in the 2nd inning committed by Aaron Hill. Ball 1. "21 men have batted for the Red Sox tonight, and so far, Blue Jays have recorded just 7 outs. "7-4 Boston with still just 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Two and 0. Mentioned Renicky giving up 4 earned runs in an inning and a third against the White Sox the last time out of this road trip for the Blue Jays. Scudero at second base, Pedroia at first base, 1 out. Fouled off, 2 and 1. Jammed and a pop-up back at third base. Batista into foul ground to make the catch for the 2nd out. And there's 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Flyers with a power play goal. Simone Gagne scoring it, and the Flyers are out to a 3-0 advantage. Youkilis 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out back in the 1st inning. That's with 2 on, 2 down. Down the right field line and foul. Let's check in with Jade McCarthy. Okay, Jade, thanks very much here at Fenway Park. It is 7-4. Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Josh Renicky, the right-hander, ready with an 0-1 pitch to Kevin Youkilis. Misses for ball 1, 1-1. Third at bat for Youkilis, and we're just in the 3rd inning. Red Sox have scored in every inning so far. 2 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, 1 so far here in the 3rd. In tight, 2-1. They're in the 5th in Detroit, where the Tigers have a 3-2 lead tonight over New York. Mentioned earlier, Tampa Bay will be at Los Angeles tonight. A very light American League schedule. Inside again, 3-1. Just joining us, 7 walks allowed tonight by Blue Jays pitching. 6 by the starter Brandon Morrow in an inning and 2/3. Luva Renicky has walked 1 since coming in, but it's behind Euclid now, 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Not giving in to Euclid with the fastball on the 3-1 count. Goes to the slider and a good one.
Another, and he strikes him out with it. So there is the strikeout that ends the inning, and the Red Sox get a run. It's 7-4 Boston at the end of 3. For the run to home base race presented by New Balance on May 23rd. You can help wounded veterans through this 5.5-mile race that ends by crossing home plate at Fenway Park. Advance registration is required, so sign up today. And if you can't run, you can still help by sponsoring one of the many veterans running to help others, or join Jerry Remy's team. To learn more, visit runtohomebase.org now. 7-4, the Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Toronto comes to bat here in the 4th inning. John Lackey's retired 5 batters in a row. He's had a long time in between pitching each inning so far tonight. John Buck, Travis Snyder, Fred Lewis to bat here for the Jays, 8-9-1. His past wait for him was 15 minutes. Up the middle and by the dive of Pedroia in the center field. John Buck is 2 for 2 tonight. Single gets the 4th inning started.
Well, John Buck continues his hot hitting, a 5-game hitting streak now. A double earlier in the ball game to drive in 2. And now the base hit up the middle. John Lackey fastball underneath his glove and by the dive of Dustin Pedroia.
So Buck aboard to begin this 4th inning. Travis Snyder on the ground to shortstop, could be 2. Scudero to second for 1 on the first. Dug out by Euclid on the backhand. 2 down in the 4th inning.
Now the reason Pedroia has to make that play in the run is because it's a left-handed hitter and he's playing him a little bit to pull. You see him run across the bag now. Youkilis on the other end makes the nice backhanded pick. See where Pedroia starts, and he has a long way to go to get to that bag, and he has to run across the bag really to make that double play. And watch Youkilis at the other end make the pick. Nice shot right there from the left field wall.
Two down in the fourth inning. Fred Lewis, the batter. Lewis has struck out and had an RBI single as he takes strike one, 1-1. They've wrapped up the second period, and it's the Flyers on top 3-0 at the end of 2.
That's not good, Don.
No. To center field, and second hit of the night for Fred Lewis. 2-out single this time.
Both hits for Lewis are coming on curveballs from John Lackey. He drove in a run with his last base hit. This time he gets the curveball again and shoots it up the middle on a line.
So a 2-out base runner for the Blue Jays, and here's Aaron Hill. Walk in the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Left side, Scudero rounds in behind it, throws on the run. Throw is off the mark. And Youkilis tried to slap the tag on, could not, then landed awkwardly.
Scudero will pick up an error on this. He had a tough time getting the ball in his glove, and then the off-balance throw just sails on Youkilis, and Youkilis landed kind of awkward over at first base. Looks like he twisted his knee or his ankle.
Fourth error for Scudero at shortstop as the inning continues. Brings the potential tying run to the plate here in Adam Lind. Victor Martinez out to talk to John Lackey. 2 outs here in the fourth. Runners at first and second. Adam Lind is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first base, lined out to short. On a strike to Lind. Lind is just 2 for 14 on the season with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 143 average. Two and one. Lackey walked 3 batters in the first 2 innings. So a total of 10 walks between the two teams early in this game. Left to second base as Lewis diving back to the bag. No throw. Most walks in an outing for Lackey is 4. He did that in a win at Minnesota back on the 14th of April. Chop foul, 2-2. First foul to the left this time, still 2-2. Vernon Wells waiting on deck. Buck single to begin the inning. Schneider grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Single for Lewis and Arab short for Scudero. 2 on, 2 down. A number that is a fair ball. Martinez clears the runner and throws out Lynn at first base to end the inning. 3.5 in the books from Fenway. It's 7-4 Boston. On top of the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are out hitting the Red Sox 6-5, but 3-run advantage for Boston as David Ortiz comes to bat and hits a high fly ball to left field. Fred Lewis shy of the warning track. Makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Blue Jays shortstop Alex Gonzalez already has 10 home runs this season, which leads the Blue Jays. But which Blue Jays shortstop owns the franchise single-season record for home runs? The answer for you a little bit later. Alex almost had another home run tonight. And after review, they said it was not out of the yard and got himself a double. 1 out here in the 4th inning as Adrian Beltre bats for the 3rd time, a strikeout and a walk. 2 plate appearances tonight for the Red Sox third baseman.
Renicky not afraid to throw that breaking ball when he's behind in the count. 1-0 count, throws the slider to Beltre.
Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. It's 1-2. He's back-to-back on the sliders. Rami Lewis is in the pen. Left-hander up.
Back-to-back sliders, doubling up on the breaking ball.
.35th pitch from Renicky since he's been in, and it's chopped foul. Still 1-2. Came on for Brandon Morrow. Last just an inning and 2/3. Charged with 6 runs, 6 walks, struck out 4. Two and 2. Beltre now, Hermida next. Strike 3 call. Over the inside corner, according to Mark Wagner. Beltre doesn't think so. Second strikeout for Renicky, 2 down.
That's what all those sliders away will do, make you jump back from a fastball inside. Beltre didn't like the call.
Two down here in the 4th inning. And here's Jeremy Hermida. Strike 1 to Hermida, who has walked and reached on a fielder's choice. Ball 2, 2-1. The Jays relievers as a staff, 4.71 earned run average. They're 11th in the American League. Line to right, and Hermina's got a 2-out base hit. Red Sox collecting their 6th hit of the night. First for Hermida.
Hermida jumps on a changeup to pick up the base hit. Changeup outside part of the plate, but still hooks it into right field for the base hit. So he's been on base twice tonight.
Hermida at first, 2 down, and here is Darnell McDonald, 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out in the 2nd inning, grounded out in the 3rd. Swings at the slider, fouls it off. Outfield about straight away on Darnell McDonald.
While Darnell McDonald plays center field tonight at Fenway Park, Mike Cameron DHing for the Poor Sox on his first rehab game tonight.
Scheduled to play in the outfield tomorrow. Goes around, according to Wagner, and it's 0-2. Two outs, runner at first, an 0-2 pitch coming to Darnell McDonald. In there for strike 3 on the fastball to end the inning. Red Sox stranded base runner. We played 4. It's 7-4 Boston. 7-4. Boston on top of Toronto. Vernon Wells leads it off. Pops it up into shallow right field. Van Every coming in and over. The wind's going to take it, but Van Every ends up making the running catch. From where he started, where he ended up, long distance in between, but he handles it in the end.
Conditions tonight a lot like last night here at Fenway Park. Cool and very breezy with that wind blowing left to right. You see Van Every has to put it into another gear to make that catch. I don't think quite as windy as last night, but certainly as cool.
One out here in the 5th inning. Lyle Overbay coming up. Overbay walked in the 2nd inning and scored. Grounded out to short in the 3rd. And a fly ball to left field has Hermida moving over to make the catch for out number 2. Let's check in with Heidi.
Don, it's been somewhat of an inconsistent year for the Red Sox pitching staff, which was supposed to be one of the best in baseball, and instead is ranked 12th in the American League. I talked to Jason Varitek about what he's seen that's led to this inconsistency.
It can only move forward. You know, we still have youth in our rotation. We have some newness to our rotation, and when we're talking about pitching, they're talking about it, you know, with our starting rotation. When we've had good quality starts, we've put this team in a position to win a lot of games. And I think that starting staff will do that over the course of time.
Now, in case you missed it earlier, Terry Francona announced today that Josh Beckett's next start is going to be pushed back until Friday, and Tim Wakefield will start on Wednesday. Now, this is to give Beckett an opportunity to throw an extra side session before his next start, and Wakefield a chance to stay stretched out. Don?
Okay, Heidi, thank you very much. It does appear that is important to keep Wakefield stretched out so that he can make these spot starts from time to time. In the pen tonight, and it was up to him last night as to whether or not he wanted to work or not, or just have a side session. He opted to work an inning in the game and did so. And he'll pitch here on Wednesday in the finale of this 3-game series. His last start was on April 25th against the Orioles. A no decision, a very good outing. Turned out to be his last start.
Looks like Wake just stole one of those hand heat warmers from Ramon Ramirez. Does it look like a steal to you?
I didn't see it. I was busy reading his line from the other day.
Reached across. Yeah, see, Ramirez looking for it now, I think, and he can't find it.
Gonzalez hits one through the hole on the left side into left field. A 2-out single for Gonzalez, his second hit of the night.
Take another look at Wakefield, see if he pulls off something here. Let's see. Reach to the left. Yeah, he's got the hand warmer. He's got it.
Very sly. Nice eye contact the entire time to make sure he wasn't looking at him.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I'll give it back.
Yeah.
I stole it, and I'm giving it back.
Yeah, I took it from you. Yeah.
So 2 outs, Alex Gonzalez at first base. Jose Batista, a walk and a strikeout, 2 plate appearances tonight. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Seven to 4, Boston on top as the Blue Jays bat here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs, a base runner at first, and Jose Batista drives this to deep left field, and that is gone. Crushed to left and into the monster seats on a line. A 2-run shot for Jose Batista and a 1-run game.
Well, home runs are a major part of the Jays' offense to this point of the season, and Batista hits a rocket out of here for a home run. No wind's going to knock this down. Number 7 on the season for Batista.
Fourth home run given up by Lackey on the year as John Buck fouls a pitch off. 7 for Batista. And a one-run game now, 2 outs in the 5th. Buck laces this foul out ahead. He has doubled and singled, driven in 2 runs. That up, it was way up, and it's 1-2. Pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4 2/3 for Lackey, now touched for 6 runs. He's thrown 87 pitches. Ready with a 1-2 to Buck. Inside corner for strike 3. 2-run shot for Jose Bautista. It's 7-6 now, Boston. Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cape Cod. 7-6, Red Sox on top as the Blue Jays get closer with a 2-run home run from Bautista in the top half of the inning. They bring on a new pitcher in the bottom half of the inning. Rami Lewis into the game now for Toronto, his 5th appearance of the year. 5.06 earned run average, worked in 5 1/3. And opponents hitting at 286. Now, all the walk problems the Jays have had tonight, he's not walked anybody on the season. He has 6 strikeouts. Made his major league debut against the Red Sox back on April 28th. A scoreless inning against Boston in relief. He's called up on the 27th from Las Vegas. And into the game facing Jonathan Van Every to begin this bottom of the 5th inning. The strike evens accounted 1-1. Van Every has been on base twice tonight, a walk in the 2nd, a single in the 3rd. And he has scored 2 runs from his number 9 spot in the order. It's outside, ball 2. Lewis was closing games at AAA Las Vegas when he was called up, had 5 saves, and a 2.35 earned run average in 7 games. Fouled off, 2-2. Lewis, originally a 4th-round pick by the Baltimore Orioles, signed by the Blue Jays. free agent during the offseason. On the ground, hook to first base. Lyle Overbay to the bag at first, just in time to get Van Everett. Became relatively close play.
It looked like Lyle Overbay was waiting for his pitcher to get over there, but his pitcher was a little tardy getting over there, so Overbay had to take it himself. Look at Overbay look for his pitcher. He's not there, so he better hustle and get there before Van Everett.
One out here in the 5th inning. Top of the order, Marco Scutaro has walked twice and reached on an error. Strike one on the fastball over the outside corner to Scutaro. 7 walks tonight allowed by Blue Jays pitching. Scutaro's got 2 of them. On the inside corner now, and it's 0-2. John Lackey gives up the 2-run home run to Batista in the 5th inning. Has been charged with 6 runs so far tonight. Ground towards Gonzalez at shortstop. Throws out his counterpart, and there's 2 down in the 5th inning. Well, Gonzalez makes the play, and as part of our trivia question tonight, time now for the answer to the AT&T trivia question. The Blue Jays shortstop owns the franchise single-season record for home runs, and the answer is Tony Batista at 26 back in 1999. The other Alex Gonzalez, who was with Toronto from 94 through 2001, has the next 3 highest season totals. He had 17 in 2001. Marco Scutaro, of course, had 12 for the Jays last year, but a good start for Alex Gonzalez with 10, almost at his 11th of the year tonight. With 2 outs here in the 5th inning, Dustin Pedroia has been on base 3 times already. A double, a walk, and a single.
I'd completely forgotten about the other Alex Gonzalez.
Yes, he was there a little while.
Yes, well, quite a while.
Joy, if he can get on, Victor Martinez would be next. Up and away, ball 2. Flyers on top now, 4-0. Fly ball to right field. Travis Snyder has it sized up. Wynn's going to play with it a tad, but he's got it under control and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3-5 for Lewis. 7-6. Red Sox on top at the end of 5. 7-6, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Top half of the 6th inning. John Lackey, 88 pitches. As he works to Travis Snyder, who grounds one promptly to second base right at Pedroia. And there's one out in the 6th. Vote for the Amica Pitcher of the Week at Nesson.com and enter to win a $100 gift card from Nesson for the Yawkey Way store. Action in the Boston pen. Hideki Okajima warming up. Lackey has gone 5 1/3 tonight for Boston. One out here in the 6th inning, and here's Fred Lewis. Lewis struck out in the 1st inning. Since then, 2 singles, 1 to right, 1 to center. And he's driven in a run. On the ground, right at Pedroia again. 2 down in the inning. Let's check in with Jade McCarthy. Okay, Jade, here it is 7-6. Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays with 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. Aaron Hill, the batters, he takes strike 1. Hill has walked, reached on a fielder's choice, and reached on an error. And quickly down, 0-2. The season Hill had last year, 36 home runs, 108 runs batted in. Really his first breakout season prior to last year. The most home runs he had in any season was 17. 36 of them last year, and this year off to a very slow start. 2 homers, 6 RBIs, and a 200 batting average coming into tonight's action. On the corner for strike 3. Lackey gets his 6th K. A 1-2-3 inning. And a 7-6 lead for the Red Sox.
Family-friendly events this July. Fenway Park will once again host the Futures at Fenway, presented by Xfinity Minor League Doubleheader and the Cape Cod League All-Star Game. Both events have family-friendly ticket prices. Fans will enjoy autograph sections as well as discounted concessions. Visit redsox.com/futures and redsox.com/Cape Cod to get your tickets today.
Bottom of the sixth inning back at Fenway Park. Victor Martinez to lead it off as he takes strike one from Rami Lewis, who came into the game, had a 1-2-3 fifth inning. He ground outs and a fly out. Deals with Martinez now. Youkilis and then Ortiz expected. Victor chops it to third base to Batista. His throw is in time for out number one at the bottom of the sixth inning. One out for Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis tonight has struck out twice and walked. Breaking ball in there for strike one to Youkilis. Lewis has come in throwing strikes. He's thrown 15 pitches, 12 for strikes. And called up on the 27th of April from Las Vegas. And Josh Renicky both beginning the year in Vegas, both in the bullpen now for the Jays, and both in this game tonight. Tap foul down by the shoe tops, and it's 1-2. Youkilis lays off 2-2. David Ortiz waits on deck. Got a base hit and an RBI back in the second inning. Chop down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. Long throw for Batista. Throw is high and will get away. It is backed up by Aaron Hill. But Youkilis will reach at first base. Batista had a long way to throw it, as deep as you can be at third base, and he elevates it high and off the glove of Overbay at first base.
Yeah, that foot just about in foul territory when he plants to make that throw. And that is about as long as you mentioned, Don, as you can throw it from third base unless you're back on the grass somewhere and the ball just sails on him. You could see it. As soon as he left his hand, it was going to be high.
It's a base hit for Youkilis as the Jays go into their shift.
Youkilis now with a 9-game hitting streak.
He's at first with one away. David Ortiz stands in. Punching the hit and the RBIs, also struck out and flied out to left field. Ball one. Two and 0. Amazingly tonight, the Blue Jays pitching staff walking 7 batters in the first 2 innings. Haven't walked anybody since. We're in the 6th now with 1 out. Red Sox scored 6 runs in those 2 innings. Ortiz with a swing and a miss, 2-1. Fastball at 93. Single went to right field in the second inning, and it scored Victor Martinez from second base with the 6th Red Sox run. And get another in the 3rd. 3-1. The hitters count for David Ortiz with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Ortiz fouls it off to the left, and another 3-1 fastball he couldn't get to. Full count.
Fastball down the middle, and David Ortiz fouls it off. A little different 3-1 from a lefty than a right-hander.
Pitch 25 for Lewis since coming into the game. Do it again, 3-2. Euclid at first base, held on by Overbay. The shift on for the Jays on the right side. Batista, third baseman, swung over towards second. As Ortiz strikes out looking, it's over the inside corner. And more frustration for David as he has some things to say for Mark Wagner. He's out number 2 of the 6th inning.
Now, the pitch to me looked like it had the inside corner. Let's see what the Mika says. Had a little cut on it right at the end.
Two down in the 6th. Ortiz striking out for the second time tonight. And a chance here for Adrian Beltre. Beltre has struck out twice. He has walked. Up and away. Buck coming out of the crouch to reel that in. Away 2-0. In there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Snap throw to first, and diving back is Euclid. '30th pitch for Rami Lewis. 2 outs in the inning. Inside, 3-1.
You mentioned, Don, that Lewis was closing at the minor league level before getting called up. A lot of pitches for a guy that was closing.
Yeah, he had 5 saves at AAA Las Vegas at the time he was called up, month of April. It's 3-1 to Adrian Beltre. Back to him, and a nice play by Lewis. Spears it, fires to first for the out that gets him out of the inning. Played 6 full from Fenway, 7-6 Boston. On top of the Blue Jays, top half of the 7th inning. New pitcher for Boston. It's Hideki Okajima, 15th appearance of the year, 2-1 mark out of the pen. And 5.79 earned run average and 333 opponent batting average against Okajima. Back to him off the bat of Lind, and Okajima's throw a little bit off the mark, but Euclid grabs it, tags the bag for out number 1.
The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance, it's not just how you cover, it's how you treat it. And John Lackey tonight with 6 strikeouts, a fastball to Lewis. Breaking ball here to Wells, and I believe the remainder of these strikeouts are going to be on fastballs. Gonzalez, Batista, looks like Buck. And then Aaron Hill.
One out in the 7th inning. Vernon Wells, the batter. On the ground at third base. Beltre's got it. Low throw it again. Euclid's able to dig it out. Nicely done. 2 down.
Once again, when it's cold outside, it's always tough to stay loose, and sometimes that arm gets a little tight. Lucas Euclid to the backhand to make the pick. Stop calling him Luke.
4-0. The Flyers have defeated the Bruins tonight. Bruins still on top in that series, 3 games to 2, but the Flyers impressively winning a game in their house and now in the Bruins barn. Daniel Bard is up in the pen for the Red Sox on top here, 7-6 with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Kyle Overbay takes ball 1.
Is that hockey talk in
Hockey
the barn?
dropped a barn on you, yeah.
So they lost 1 in the house and 1 in the barn.
Well, 1 in their house, and then they came to our barn and beat the Bruins here.
At our barn.
Yeah. The 1-0 is a strike. It's 1-1. Makes for a busy day on Wednesday. The schedule here, Red Sox game day live at 12:30. Day baseball. Blue Jays and Red Sox wrap up the 3-game series. Next innings afterwards, Red Sox final, and then Bruins face off live at 6:30 to get you ready for Game 6.
I would have to say there'll be a number of players on the Red Sox that might enjoy going to that ball game.
Yes.
I said hockey game, I should say, because
We'll be here.
have the afternoon a game and have the night off.
We'll travel until the off day on Thursday to Detroit. Thursday is a scheduled off day. The only problem is it's in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's in their barn.
The 2-1 is by the mound. And at shortstop, Scooter has got it. Quick sidearm toss in time. And it ends the inning. It's 7th inning stretch. 7-6 Red Sox.
Sox in 2. It's the Sox latest matchup replayed in a convenient 2-hour format. Sox in 2 is brought to you by Ace Tickets. Great seats and great prices.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-6. Red Sox on top. Jeremy Hermida leading it off and taking ball 1. Rami Lewis been out there for the 5th and 6th innings as he starts this inning. Action behind him, Casey Jansen warming in the pen. Blue Jays starter only won an inning in 2/3 tonight. Here's a drive to deep center field off the bat of Hermida. Back goes Wells at the warning track, makes the catch at the base of the track, and Hermida is retired for out number 1. That ball just died out there in right center.
Immediately following the game tonight is WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC and Jim Rice. They'll break down Lackey's outing versus the Blue Jays and bring you post-game reaction from Tito in the clubhouse. Plus, Catherine Tappan, Barry Peterson, and Gord Kluzak wrap up the Game 5 between the Bruins and Flyers. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
1 out in the 7th. And back towards the mound off the hill is Lewis. Quick toss to first, and Darnell McDonald is retired for the 2nd out here of the 7th. Had been 0 for 3 until that try, and he is out number 2.
Looked like McDonald was trying to push this towards second base and couldn't quite get it over there hard enough. Nice job by Lewis bouncing off the mound and making the play, recording the out.
2 down in the 7th inning, and here's Jonathan Van Every. It's walked, singled, and grounded out. Ball 1. This is Lewis has been in. He's thrown 35 pitches, working the 5th, 6th, and the first 2 outs of the 7th. On the corner for strike 1.
And has not walked anybody.
In at the knees, and it's 2-1. Gets it by him, 2-2. Top of the order for the Red Sox, Marco Scutaro, and former Toronto Blue Jay waiting on deck. So 2-2 to Jonathan Van Every. Well, he strikes him out to end the 7th inning. We played 7 at 7-6 Boston. By Xfinity. Well, it is Victor Martinez, part of a first inning for the Red Sox. 2 on. He singles to drive in a pair. With the Red Sox on top 2-0. Red Sox would score 4 times in the second, including this RBI single to right for David Ortiz. But back come the Blue Jays to get back within a run. A 2-run home run in the 5th inning by Jose Bautista to make it 7-6, and that's where it stands as we get ready for the 8th inning from Fenway Park. And a new pitcher for Boston is Daniel Bard into the game here to face Alex Gonzalez. And there's strike 1 to Gonzalez. Bard in after an inning from Okajima. Makes his 17th appearance of the year, an 0-1 mark. 3.18 earned run average. 17 innings. 22 strikeouts in those 17 innings and a 197 opponent batting average. That's the slider on him, and it is a strike over the outside corner, 0-2. Third appearance against the Blue Jays. 2 innings, a hit. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings against Toronto. Victor wants it up. It is, and up to get it is Gonzalez, grounding to second for the first out of the 8th.
Coming up after the game tonight, it's Granite City Electric Red Sox final with TC and Jim Rice. He'll recap the biggest games around the league and look forward to Dice K's 3rd start of the season. Plus, Catherine Tappan, Barry Peterson, and Gord Kluzak break down Game 5 between the Bruins and Flyers at the Garden. It's all coming up after the game, only on NESN.
1 out in the 8th. It is 8 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching. And here is Jose Bautista, who got the Jays within a run. His 2-run home run back in the 5th inning. Mentioned the 22 strikeouts for Daniel Bard. It's 3rd among American League relievers. And he's now tied for 2nd with his 17 appearances. Last worked on Friday. This one fouled off, 1-1. Okajima had a 1-2-3 7th inning. Daniel Bard has the first out of the 8th. Downstairs at 99, 2-1. Three balls and a strike to Jose Bautista. 0 for 2 in his career against Bard, both strikeouts. John Buck on deck with 1 out in the 8th. Fouled off to the right, and it's a full count.
Now, Bautista was all geared up for the fastball there. He got it and fouled it back. Challenge time.
Up and in, ball 4, and he walks Bautista with 1 out. First walk allowed by Red Sox pitching since the 2nd inning.
Get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery. Call 888-MY-GLOBE or go to bostonglobe.com/sports.
Potential tying run at first base for the Blue Jays. 1 out in the 8th. John Buck, the batter. 2 hits tonight, a double and a single. He's also struck out. Fly ball down the right field line over is Van Every. The wind's going to give it a push, and Van Every will make the catch right at the short wall. He holds on to the baseball. He went into it pretty hard as the wind just gave that a push, going from left to right across the outfield, and he makes the grab and is able to hold on.
Yeah, that wall got on top of Van Every in a hurry to catch, and boom, right over into the first row. Shows the ball to the umpire, and then very awarely looks at that runner at first base and doesn't allow him tag to go a second.
John Buck hoping that it got into the seats, but it does not. Van Embry on the catch. So 2 outs in the 8th. Batista still at first base, and Travis Snyder the batter. Starting to stop at first base for Batista. He doesn't go, and it's a ball. Not offering was Travis Snyder, according to Jerry Meals.
Yeah, Batista has 3 steals at first base. He's been caught 1 time.
Dunkin' Donuts is in its 11th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, special seating section here at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. A little bit on the chilly side out there tonight. Enjoying a 7-6 Red Sox lead with 2 outs in the 8th. 1-1 to Snyder. Foul straight back, 1-2. Closer getting ready. Jonathan Papelbon. Red Sox on top by a run. Batista held on by Youkilis at first base with 2 outs in the 8th. On the ground left side, Beltre cuts it off. His sidearm toss is just in time to get Snyder at first base. Nice play by Beltre on the move. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 7-6 Boston.
Live with TC and Jim Rice. They'll give you a preview as Dice K takes the hill against Dana Evelyn, and a struggling Javier Vasquez returns to the mound for the Yankees in Detroit. Plus, the Bruins continue their playoff push. It's all coming up tomorrow night at 6, only on NESN.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and the top of the Red Sox order to lead it off, Marco Scutaro. Pitch inside, ball 1 from the new Blue Jays pitcher. Casey Jansen into the game, his 13th appearance. He's 3-0. A higher earned run average of 5.84. 280 opponent batting average, and he's allowed 7 earned runs over his last 4 1/3. One fouled off to the right, 1-1. One to Scudero. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt, 1-2. Well, the starter tonight for the Blue Jays, Brandon Morrow, lasting just an inning and 2/3, but then 2 1/3 from Josh Renicky gives up just 1 run, and 3 pretty good innings from Romy Lewis. A nice job, gave up just 1 hit, struck out 2, and more importantly, 8 up innings for Cito Gaston. And gives his team a chance to come back in this game. They're back within a run. Red Sox looking to obtain some insurance. This one fouled back, 1-2. Pedroia, then Victor Martinez. Two and two. Scudero may be lucky to still be standing there. There's ball 3, full count. Parts of 5 seasons now in Toronto for Casey Janssen, who's 28. Just shortened by the dive of Alex Gonzalez into left field. Marco Scudero, his first hit of the night, leads off the 8th with a base hit to left.
Well, that base hit will give Scudero now an 8-game hitting streak as he gets it just to the right of Alex Gonzalez. Looked like a slider that time, and one bounce explodes by Gonzalez for the base hit.
Lead runner on here in the 8th, and here's Dustin Pedroia. 2 hits tonight, double in the first inning, single in the 3rd. He's also walked and flied out to right. Strike 1. Outside for ball 1, 1-1. Jansen last working on Friday at Chicago, an inning and a 3rd. He walked 3 in that outing. Mentioned that he's given up 7 earned runs in his last 4 1/3. Ball 2 to Pedroia, and it's 2-1. Victor Martinez, a big single back in the first inning that knocked in a pair of runs. Waits on deck with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Jansen with a 2-1. In the air to right center field. Wells going over, so is Snyder. It's Snyder who'll make the catch with Wells in behind him for the first out of the 8th. Whether you're looking to make home improvements, consolidate debt, or pay for college tuition, a home equity line of credit from Eastern Bank is right for you. With flexible terms and great rates, it's the smart solution. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Member FDIC. One out in the 8th inning. We welcome those of you watching the Bruins game tonight. Flyers able to defeat the Bruins. The series will be moving to Philadelphia for Game 6. 7-6 here. Red Sox on top by a run as they bat in the 8th. The schedule on Wednesday now. Red Sox game day live at 12:30. 1:30 start time. Blue Jays and Red Sox in Game 3 of the series. Extra innings live. Red Sox final before Bruins face-off live. And then Game 6 from Philadelphia. Bruins and Flyers go at it at 8 p.m. from Philadelphia.
Well, we won't be able to go to their barn, but we'll be able to watch it here.
You can see their barn from here. One out, Scudero at first base. Victor Martinez. Mentioned the single in the first, reached on an error. Fouled out, grounded out. Two and 0. Three and 0. Steve Gasson having to get into his pen in the second inning of tonight's game. And through the first 2 innings, his pitching staff had walked 7 batters. And walked anybody since. The bullpen has been better for him, but now Jansen falling behind 3-0. There's the strike, 3-1. Starting and stopping at first. Now Gonzalez reaches back on the line drive to make the grab. It was on the move. Scudero had started and then stopped at first base. Line drive hooking away from him, but he makes the grab.
Well, we've said many times, when Gonzalez was here, you can't teach these kind of plays. It's just natural instinct plays by Gonzalez. And that time heading over to cover the bag, and the line shot in his direction, able to go across his body and make the catch. Take a base hit away from Victor Martinez.
2 down. Scudero still at first. Here's Kevin Youkilis. Let's check in with Heidi.
Don, Mike Cameron completed his first rehab outing tonight. He was the designated hitter for Pawtucket. He went 1 for 3 with a walk, a double, and a run scored in a 3-2 loss to Gwinnett. Don?
Okay, Heidi. We'll start in center field tomorrow for the Paw Sox. All goes well. It appears it did go well tonight for Mike Cameron. Two outs in the inning. Marco Scudero at first base. Youkilis waiting on a 1-0. 2-0. Youkilis had the infield hit in the 6th inning, a 1 for 3 night. He struck out twice and walked in the game. Two and 1. base hit back in the 6th inning. The hitting streak extends to 9 games. It's pretty impressive numbers during the 9-gamer. Two-one. In there for strike 2, and it evens at 2-2. Tomorrow it's Daisuke Matsuzaka 1-1 matched up against Dana Evelyn. 3-1 on the year with a 3.82 ERA. And Wakefield and Markham for the day game on Wednesday. In tight, ball 3. So Wakefield returning to the Red Sox starting rotation for Wednesday's day game. For that game anyway. And then Sean Markham goes for the Jays 1-1, 3.19 ERA. Jansen wants to talk to Buck. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, Sullivan Tire, and by Southwest Airlines. Two outs, Scudero at first base. And a check swing grounder down the third baseline, foul. Terry Francona's Red Sox able to sweep the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto. Wins for Schoenweiss out of the pen. First game was a 13-12 win. 2-1 win for Clay Buchholz in an 8-inning effort. And then John Lester with the victory in the third game of that series. Euclid fouls off another. And in 2 of the 3 games that the Red Sox swept the Blue Jays, Jonathan Papelbon had saves. And is getting ready for the 9th inning tonight with the Red Sox right now on top by a run. Euclid lines it foul. Pitch 25 of the inning for Casey Jansen coming up. Euclid sits it on the ground is short. Gonzalez has got it. Inning over. We head for the 9th. 7-6 Boston.
Walk the ballpark, you should win that game, and that's what happened tonight. The Red Sox are very patient, and tonight Brandon Morrow was very wild early in this ball game, and that's when the Red Sox were really able to take advantage and score some runs without even having to swing the bat. And the bullpen was also excellent for the Red Sox. So Okajima, Bard, and Papelbon to close it out. So a good night, back-to-back wins for the Red Sox, and keep it going.
Yeah, Blue Jays pitchers giving up 7 walks in the first 2 innings, and the Red Sox scoring 6 times. Now send it back to Sports Desk.
Mason Extra Innings Live with TC and Jim Rice. They'll break down Lackey's outing versus the Blue Jays and bring you post-game reaction from Tito in the clubhouse. Plus, Catherine Tappert, Barry Peterson, and Gord Kluzak wrap up Game 5 between the Bruins and Flyers. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
7-6, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Both teams with 8 hits as we head to the 9th. And on for the Red Sox, the closer, Jonathan Papelbon. 15th appearance, a 1-2 mark, a 1.80 ERA. 8 for 8 in 2010. 173 opponent batting average against Papelbon. Tied for 3rd in the American League with 8 saves. He's converted each of his last 21 opportunities, dating back to July 30th of last year. It is Fred Lewis who leads it off and takes a hack for strike 1, fouling it back. Papelbon not working in the Yankees series. He's not worked since May the 5th, so 5 days ago against Los Angeles, got his 8th save. The 0-1 to Lewis. It's 0-2.
Split-fingered fastball this time from Papelbon, and a good one down and away from Lewis.
No 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Victor wanted it up. It was at 93. And Lewis strikes out for the first out of the 9th.
Now, you talk about changing eye angle, going from the splitter down and away to the fastball up and around the shoulders.
Lewis retired for the first out of the 9th inning. Here's Aaron Hill. 2 for 12 in his career against Papelbon, includes 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Another excellent splitter by Papelbon. You can really see the bottom fall out of that one.
Hill drives it to left down the line, but foul. Just out ahead, and it's 0-2. Turning on a fastball that time.
He wasn't looking for a splitter, was he? He was looking for the fastball from Papelbon, and he got it. Just hooking it foul.
Two from Papelbon to Aaron Hill. Foul back, will do it again. Mackey for 6 innings, giving up 6 runs. Okajima won an inning. Retired everybody he faced. Bard walked about it, but retired everybody else. Papelbon has 1 out in the 9th. Bullpen's been very good in relief of John Lackey tonight. Chance for Lackey to get his 4th win of the year. 0-2 to Hill. Away 1-2. Hill now, Lynn next as the Blue Jays bat here in the 9th. Skips in for ball 2, 2-2. Eight saves for Papelbon coming into this outing tonight in his save opportunity. Left Vitaly Feliz, the save leader, along with Kevin Gregg of this Toronto Blue Jays team, both with 9. Rangers closer and the Jays closer, both with 9. 2-2. Away, full count. (3-2) to Aaron Hill. On the ground to shortstop. Scudero to his left. He's got it. 2 down in the 9th.
I think there you see the confidence that Papelbon feels right now in some of his secondary pitches. That was a 3-2 slider that time to Aaron Hill to get the ground ball.
Two outs here in the 9th, and Adam Lynn coming up. Numbers for Papelbon against Toronto in his career: 0.87 earned run average and 21 saves. He's got 2 outs in the 9th. Ball 1 in. Lynn tonight 0 for 4. He's grounded out 3 times and lined out. 2 for 9 with 5 strikeouts against Papelbon in his career. Coming in with a fastball, and it's 2-0. Papelbon striking out Lewis, getting Hill to ground out. 2 down in the 9th as he falls behind Adam Lynn. 2-0. On the ground towards Scudero, it's short. He's got it, and the throw is good, and the Red Sox win. They hold on and beat the Blue Jays 7-6 tonight. Most of the offensive action in this game early in the game, but a nice effort tonight from the Red Sox bullpen as Okajima, Bard, and Papelbon, none scored upon as the Red Sox win it 7-6.
The top performer of the game is brought to you by Jaguar, and it's going to be Dustin Pedroia. Had a double and a single in the ball game. He drove in a couple of runs. One came in on a walk by Pedroia earlier in the ball game. That's the double off the wall, and later on a single for Pedroia to drive in a run.
7-6 Red Sox win it. It's time now for the Bob's Discount Furniture. Keeps growing and growing, and so does their commitment to the Jimmy Fund. Tonight's save of the game is worth $950. The next save will be worth $1,000 so far this season. Bob's Discount Furniture has donated a total of $7,250 to the Jimmy Fund. 7-6 Red Sox win. Lackey a winner. Moral of the loser, Papelbon is 9th save. Join us again tomorrow night for Game 2 of the series. Our live coverage begins at 6, live from the Yawkey Way. It's time now for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. TC?